In England in 1948, a young man, his brothers and their dad had an idea of getting all the Harley-Davidson riders from the area together to look at starting a club. They all agreed it would be a great idea, so they put the wheels in motion, and on a freezing cold night in the new year of 1949, the Harley-Davidson Riders Club of Great Britain was formed. Today, we're in the southwest of Western Australia to talk to that same young man that most people know as Vic Richardson, but I have the pleasure of calling him Dad. So tell me, Vic, when did the interest in bikes first appear?
Long before I could remember, I think. The old man was a motorcyclist and my granddad was helped introduce motorcycling to the world, and it just followed on from there.
Your granddad did? Well, obviously, sort of what era would we be talking?
Oh God, look, I'm 84. My granddad died when I was 30, so that's what, 54 years ago. Work it out.
Yeah, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
The bikes hadn't been around all that long.
No, they were coming in when he was doing it. He was a push bike maker, and he just naturally went from push bikes to motorbikes.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, nice old bloke he was, just a bit like me.
Yeah. And obviously it passed on to your dad. And
yeah, well, my dad was a motor mechanic and he used to ride a bike to work. That was his main interest until he bought a Harley. I'll tell you about that later.
All right, okay. So what was your first bike then?
It was about a 1928 Royal Enfield 500, which I never got it till, 1947. And I didn't like it that much. It was old and I wasn't. So I bought a Harley, and I'll tell you reasons for that later.
Oh, well, why not tell us now? Why the Harley? Why did you get rid of the Enfield and go Harley?
Well, I was still in the army in 1947, and to give us something to do, one of the officers, the captain, can't think of his damn name now, David Miles, he formed a motorcycle club for displays, you know. And we used to go around, and I joined it, and we used to go around the local villages in Salisbury Plain and around that way, Marlborough and that, putting on shows, just doing the usual.
Just the ones where you make pyramids and...
Yeah, all that stuff, figures of 8 and...
See how many you can...
Nowadays they've got kids doing it.
Yeah, okay. So you did that with the army?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clapped out old Beezers and mattresses and Enfields and whatnot. And we were having a practice on the bitumen one day, and the BSA M20, and I parted company, and I finished up with my broken wrist, and off to Tidworth Army Hospital to get it plastered, and it was plastered right up to about there, so I couldn't work the clutch or anything. I thought, oh, bugger this. Anyway, a mate of mine had just bought an ex-army Harley, and he said, here, try that. So I got on, it was all right, I could change gear like that, shifting it about. With a foot clutch, I didn't have to worry about grabbing the clutch. And it was great, and I rode that whenever I could. Then when I got demobbed late in 1947, and I met your mother. Lovely lady. Anyway, I decided to buy a Harley, so it saved up and whatnot. And my brother-in-law, Con Twist, who married my sister Rose, he had an old Triumph that it was worn out, so he said, oh, I'll get a Harley as well. So the pair of us went up on the morning of my wedding, for which I've never been forgiven.
No, I have heard this story many times as well.
Yeah, I expect girls heard it once or twice too. Anyway, get down back to basics. We went up on the